Welcome everybody to the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week number 40 of year 2 in Team Wars. Good to see everybody. Outcast, Patriarchy, whoever else came in earlier that your messages got deleted. I don't know what happened to them. Hold on. LHM was here, I know that. Welcome in everybody. Bowman and Known, that's who's here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Today we have a typical update to do. We got some pretty good games in Team Wars to watch this time around though, so make sure you stick around for that part, which is quite frankly, in my opinion, the most important part. I guess the ending with the forum posts and stuff like that is pretty important too. And might be what everybody comes to see, but we will... Man, my hair is being weird on that side. This side over here. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out later. Alright, well, let's get into it. This week, week number 40, we had a pretty good week from Coon Death Squad, Chilluminati, Free to Pain. Free to Pain has a couple good players in there. I'd be interested to see if maybe somebody could poach some of their good players. I've definitely lost to a couple of Free to Pain players before. Coon Death Squad though, getting a pretty good run together. 51-24, not that far behind, so that's pretty great. 51 is anything above 5,000 is a damn good score. You know, above 100 average is damn good for any team, so good for them. Chilluminati coming in a little behind, but they had 46 runs, so you know they would have been at 43. Still pretty far behind, but you know it's the chill team. Namblos does just as good, or just as bad, I guess is the word you'd use. Either way, pretty good week. The Adventure Lock had a pretty good. Had a pretty good pack this time. We got Bradley's, got Inkin, 4 more Bradleys for that level 4 Bradley on the Adventure Lock, which is pretty crazy to have that already. The Adventure Lock is getting stronger and stronger, and it's always a fun deck to play. So Santa, oh, you know, Santa, a couple epics, not a big deal. It would have been great if all 10 of them would have been Frontier. Would have gotten 25 out of 25, but shouldn't take too long to get that Bradley level 4. Then he'll be a little bit more, more consistently playable in the Adventure Lock deck, so that'll be good. And pretty excited about the Adventure Lock and how it's progressing. Only Satan is what we need. We just pulled a Satan last stream, I think. We look at the current standings for this week. Free to Play Whales continuing to be ahead of Chef's Elite and Illuminati. See, Illuminati's only down by 50 now, so it makes me feel... Did Chef's Elite lose a week? Did they lose pretty bad? Like, or I guess it wouldn't be pretty bad if you lose by 1. So they got second in their bracket? That's the only... Because I swear to God, they were above... They're like 100 above Illuminati, right? TMI is still coming up on 4th. It's crazy that they can keep the 4th running 35 members when every single week they're getting 15 less points. But Mercenaries running 49. I don't know why they run 49 because, what's up, Friedbo? I don't know why they run 49 because that potentially puts them in the 50 out of 50 bracket. If they ran 48, it'd be a little bit less likely. But I guess right now, 48, you might match up Free to Play Whales too, so they're kind of in a bad spot. I'd try to drop to 46 or something, if you can match up with Szechuan sauce. 6 Samurais coming in after in Spain Park. Who the fuck is Spain Park? Alright, let's check out the games from last week. We have a couple good ones on the main accounts. The Adventure Lock had pretty good pretty good deck this week. We decided to kind of upgrade across the board instead of just like picking a couple cards to upgrade. Shadow Tash, what's up, buddy? So you'll see a lot of like level 4 epics instead of level 5s and stuff like that. I mean, I get that he's ranked 3,000. Like, I get that. But how do you get to rank 3,000? How do you get to 3,000 when you're playing like that? The level 2, not a big deal. Oh, the Sheriff wiping out the competition at New Kid. Wow. Impressive. But now we have no idea what Sheriff's charge is. Looks like I got power binded almost. Omar D. Cortez. That Sheriff. Just brutalizing the competition. Pow, pow! Oh, almost had it. Get that hook hand out there. Get that Timmy blast. See, I didn't have a Timmy thing here, so maybe that means he left. But like, fuck that guy for trying to leave and get suspended. Don't leave your Team Wars games, guys. Just sit there, take it. You don't want to make somebody lose a game because you're an asshole, you know? Especially if you're on iOS. 4 accounts, I only had 1 loss this week. Nice job, Shadow. I think I went undefeated this week. 4 accounts undefeated. Yeah, didn't lose one. 114, 114, 114, 113 on the main account. All right, got a little bit of a weird glitch there. We'll see if we can pull this one out. Drop that little boy. Timmy on the side in the corner so that Inkin can't possibly kill him. See if we can kill him. Yes, we get the arrow storm out so that Randy doesn't die. Nicely done. Let's get the blast. Nope, we're gonna get the Inkin out. Just for good measure. We only upgraded Inkin to level 3 though, so he's not a hugely beneficial card. Ooh, the fireball coming out. Not gonna be doing it. That extra range from that Timmy. We always forget how far away Timmy can smoke the competition with his ability. Pooh! Pooh! How did Jammin find that exploit? Which exploit? The one where you leave the Team Wars? Or you leave the team? Bowman, what's up, buddy? Welcome in, Outcast. Welcome in, Fried Bow. Tattooed, welcome. Yeah, probably accidentally for sure. I mean, that's really the only way you could do something like that. Like, you just happen to notice, like, oh, I got kicked out of my team. Or, oh, maybe he removed him from his team because he was going to go to a different team or something like that. And yeah, if it was like Rumble Bob or something like that, it's on some random fucking team. That one was just business as usual. Thanks, Toller versus Money Raper. What's his name? Money Adrapid. Money Edrapidity? What the hell does that mean? Is this... That actually makes me curious if there's people that knew about that and there were teams that were exploiting that, where they just go in on voice chat or something like that. I'd really be interested to know that. Alright, the Aerostorm saved us again. Oh, just can't ink in him. Oh no, Randy getting hit. Unfortunate. Timmy in the corner so that his Inkin can't brutalize me. The Wendy coming. Wendy might die to Wendy. With the range, the extra range. Didn't even take a hit. Wendy getting her dick sucked. Oh, the Aerostorm, not quite enough. Should have put that level 1 hanky out for all these charges. That was a mistake on my part. Why is this guy so mad at me? Marcus MVP? Oh, for sure. I think teams that were abusing it, if any, were probably in a voice chat. Well, that's the only way to consistently do it. You're like, ah, shit, I'm gonna lose this one. Kick me. Now, the question is, can you come back into the team? Like, can you for sure come back into the team? Can you for sure come back into the team or not? And, like, try again. Boom, boom. Martin Lieberman. 69-70. Getting that hook hand. Smoking that Timmy. Yes. 50-50 shot. Always good for that hook hand. Always got a thumbs up when hook hand does the right thing. Am I right or am I right? Martin Lieberman with his level 3 Zen in Legendary, though. Marcus MVP any week? Yeah, when the new kid's level 14, for sure. I really wish they would have kept it if they would have kept it the original Team Wars setup, I think it would have been better. I think they should have adjusted the caps a bit and how the leveling worked, but otherwise I think having New Kid be level 18 would be so much more fair when all the cards are level 4 epics, level 5 epics. Like it just makes it, I guess it does make it different. Maybe having it a low New Kid level does give people who have lower card levels a better chance, I guess. Marcus 6, yeah, we free to play went Marcus 6 as well, but this account only had him level 4. I honestly think that Moody had a better level deck this week than this account, which is interesting to say that, but Moody had better Marcus, Moody had better Pirate Ship Timmy. I guess Moody has about the same Inkin. Moody's got the same. Moody's Prophet Dougie was probably less, but I think we went Barrel Dougie on the Moody one. Timmy coming out. Ooh, the plus 40 one shot in the Timmy. Beautiful. Almost got that next hit in. Is he gonna stop the Marcus? No, Marcus is just gonna get some chips off. We do one more. Oh, he left. He left. He tried to make me lose. He tried to make me lose. But yeah, you could just have an alt in the team that has elder privileges and just do it yourself too. Yeah, you wouldn't need somebody else involved at all. Man, that's sketch. What a fucking mistake. Woo! Martin Lieberman tried to make me lose. How dare he? How dare he? Steve 1904-94. I always see these Peru teams and I get a little bit scared. Something about these South American teams always give me pause. All right, Randy. Lead with that Zen. So this week you really wanted to get his Randy on your side if possible. It's kind of the goal. Get to 10 and then drop him. You don't really want her to be behind New Kid here, but I left her behind New Kid because she wasn't gonna walk past New Kid. Because they were gonna walk into her, so she wasn't gonna get hit by the Inkin. But the fireball comes out, pretty nice. See if we can get that Inkin to do some damage here. The pull in on the Zen gonna help a little bit. Get a little bit of chunks there. Get the Ike on the Randy. We're gonna be able to stop the Dougie. Ike attack the Dougie. Yes, they attacked him just in time. The Zen pull almost got him. Almost got him. The Peru teams, man, he almost got me. That guy practiced. Would there be a way to find out which team exploited the bugs and punish them? Yeah. Capium, what's up? It really depends. Depends on the architecture of the game and if there would be some way to like trace that. I'm not 100% sure if you could like track back a team, like the amount of invalid results a player got in Team Wars or something like that. I'm not sure. I hate the guys from Pyridemia. Yeah, Pyridemia is one of the teams where when I see the name, I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna lose one. I think I played a Pyridemia this week or last week. And yeah, it's just something about those guys. They'll like that guy could have caught me there. Like if Zen would have pulled me in a little quicker, if my Ike wouldn't have hit that Dougie would have taken a bar for sure. But since it didn't, he was really at a disadvantage. He didn't have the energy to deal with that last push. And we're adjusting what we're gonna play here to try to get that last bar. The Captain Wendy would probably be the best bet here to try to take that bar. I would put my Pocahontas. Hindsight, I'd put my Pocahontas topside after he just dropped his. But we do have the Marcus that we were waiting for. Look at the Ike coming out. Look at this god tier fucking Inuit play. Pow! Love it. And then Ike coming in with the plus 40 on the New Kid. Yes! I don't know what he was thinking with that Dougie. We got our Dougie down. I don't know what he was thinking. He had a good first couple plays and then he really lost it. We had so many people who haven't bought the battle pass yet. That's ridiculous to me. It's 500 cash. I guess some people might wait until the end and see if they get the battle pass finished or not. And if they don't finish it, then they don't buy it. But I like to buy it at the beginning because it like gives me that incentive. Because If I don't, because it's like, oh, I bought the pass, I better finish it. Whereas if I don't buy the passes in the games that I play, I think like, well, I can not play today, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Get him, get him. Oh, and he plays an Ike for me too. What a mistake. What a mistake. And we clear out, oh God. And we clear out the Randy as well. This poor guy didn't stand a chance. We might not have even had to play the Ike there. Oh, poor guy. But at the end and make it a fun reveal. The only reason that I don't, like, if you're playing the game competitively and you care at all about the level of your deck, by waiting, you're punishing yourself for no real reason. Like, you could get the one legend or the one card that gives you an extra card level that could completely change your deck. So I don't prescribe to that. If you're a content creator and you're trying to make, you know, a big video of doing the whole thing, I get it. But other than that, I don't really understand waiting. We're going for the desperation bar. Yeah, but like even then you can set it, you can actually set it up where like it might work. Like he didn't have a chance. See, now I'm just chilling. I could just push into his face, but you never know with these people. Sometimes you get counter pushed and you lose 3 bars. Even at 9k-ish, except for my Inkin at 7, 8. Yeah, exactly. You could get that Inkin up. I'm too impatient to wait for. Yeah, that's my thing too. Like, I'm like a stickler for notifications. Like, if you look at my cell phone, I have no notifications. I'm always clearing them out. My email's at 0. Like, I always do shit like that. So when I see that little bubble that says, "Hey, you have a battle pass to open," there's no way I'm saying no to that fucking thing. There's no way I'm saying no to that. All right, let's do the first 2 mains. Hey, Bubby. Hey, Bubba, you coming to lay on Papa's lap? Oh, you want to say hello to everybody first? You want to say hello, you sleepy boy? Oh, you smell like you've been licking yourself. You smell like Bubby spit. Oh, look at him. You just laying like a hammock. Hey, Pegs. Welcome back. I got a Bubby on my lap. Just for Pegsy. This is for Pegs. This is for Pegs. It's a Bubby for Pegs. The Bubby. Bubby, look up. Look up. Just a little Bubba. Alright, we got the Randy down, the Marcus down, the Dougie coming out. He played another card. Like, when you play Dougie like that, when you know that there's Aerostorm, you don't want to play other stuff that's going to die to Aerostorm. It's a big mistake. His Wendy died to that Aerostorm. At that point, there's not much that he's going to be able to do. This is a max level 6 Prophet, so you see the huge hit that he gets, and he survives and gets the next one. So Prophet Dougie, good choice this week for sure. Makes it easier. Mercaholics might be a good game. You never know, these Mercs. 79.59. Benawi's the Stupendous Paladin. Let's see how this one works out. Level 4 though, level 4, so pretty low level here. My Inkin level 5 should kill the Timmy, and he's just keeps on stacking. Maybe I can put him out. Note, we're gonna play Inkin. We're gonna try, no, we're not gonna worry about the Imp because Captain Wendy's gonna do just fine there. He brought my Marcus right back to his new kid and just forgot that he had to deal with them. So this guy made a huge mistake here, huge misplay. If only we had Dougie in our hand, we could finish this off a little quicker, but we should be able to make quick work. Oh, the little guy kills him. That's why I don't think Inu at level 1 is a great choice most of the time. It's very easy to play him wrong. Very easy to play him wrong. All right, this is the one of the decent games we had. Mary Jane. I think they nerfed the wrong ability. I think the double war cry is way more troublesome than the thievery. Yeah, no shit. But it is nice that he doesn't. It's nice that he can't steal it because it's such a big energy change if you get a good steal on, especially like an Inkin or something. All right. Playing. What am I doing here? Play it. All right, I like it. I mean, I had just a bad hand here. Looking pretty good there. Double shot. I'm surprised he didn't step me there. That was weird. All right, now we got it on our side a little bit. We don't want Captain Wendy to hit our new kid with her blast, but we're just chilling. Now she won't. Oh, she did get it. I thought she was gonna hit the Marcus, but that's all right. Play the Zen out just to get more health, because the Marcus is gonna die real quick. Gotta protect from this Pocahontas. Randy in the corner while ours beats up his Zen. Oh, but look at that. We perfectly protect the Marcus, and we get another one out just in time. The Aerostorm tried to save it. Wendy surviving. Nicely played. Well played on both parts there. He's gonna get this one. He just plays the Marcus and then plays the Inuit, or the Incan. But we get that extra. Pretty good here. Getting some good energy, good value from some people that are almost dead. We get the Dougie out. Should be able to take another one. He won't be able to stop it. The Incan, oh, comes in, gets the hit. Nicely done on his part. We got our Incan to clean out his little group there. If we get to it, we'll see what he decides to play. Hook hand on top. Don't sleep on that. It's a pretty brutal level 5 there. We'll see. The Ike should die to him. We want to just try to damage the level 3 Incan, honestly, is the biggest deal. Because he's got quite a bit of health. Get that Dougie gone. Alright, nicely done. We got to worry about his Aerostorm possibly still. Put Marcus out. His Incan should be buried for a while, so we don't have to worry about the straight line shots. Zen coming in. Might be pretty good here. Distracting us from the Pocahontas. Let's see if we can get the Inuit on the Pocahontas. We'll see what happens here. Put Captain Wendy back just to get her thing. Her charge ready. I'm gonna use Inuit on Inuit. Save the day here. See if the Captain Wendy. Nice, hit the Zen with that. Get the Marcus on the bar. The Hallelujah. Surprise Hallelujah coming out. Save for the Aerostorm. No, it wasn't Dougie coming on the side. The Aerostorm will still clean up everything. And not enough time to get the last bar, but protected from losing it. Well played. Well played indeed. Some pretty good games on that one. Or one good game on that one. This is cute. Looks like cute Minion Masters. Yeah, that's what kind of got us into Minion Masters to begin with, was we were playing this game. We saw how similar Minion Masters was. But Minion Masters is a technically better game. But this, I mean, nothing beats South Park. So I like to play this. Now Moody coming in with the clutch strats. Boom! Boom! You gotta see that shit again. We gotta see that one again. It's almost like we expected it. The timing was perfect. Boom! Oh god, that's so fucking cool. I love it. I love it. Moody always making the plays. This game was on Nambla. Nambla got third behind Dire Tide and Illuminati, who almost did a perfect run. They were 1 point away from a perfect run. So they tied Revolution 2.0 finally. That fucking one, I want to know who the one guy who missed it was so I can ridicule him forever. Yeah, Gizmo's gonna be great. We'll talk about that later for sure. We got Bolar. I love the Moody games because they're always good fun. Oh, the Wendy getting a little bit of value before she dies. Using the Zen there, not really important, but we're gonna push the issue here just because. Oh shit! If I use the AOE, we might hit the. I'm trying to get the chip though with them. So we're waiting on it. Because it doesn't seem like there's really any big threat. Now you use it? The AoE could have gotten him. The AoE definitely could have hit her. I guess I didn't think so. That was a terrible Randy play though. Terrible Randy play. Much slower charge on Gizmo, so you won't get as many copies. Yeah, but it'll pair well with like Mintberry Crunch, and then you just got to get that Ike out, or that Hanky out there with them, and it'll be great. I'm excited for it for sure. And since they'll have a little more health, they'll survive a little more. It'll be, you know, you don't have to use the thing right away. You can kind of wait for it. The Aerostorm on the lone. Don't have to worry too much. Now, realistically, we should just give him a bar so he can at least score 1 point for his team, but you never know what's going to happen in Team Wars, so you don't want to give up 3 bars. Kevin Sam, 95, another 6,400. Nice matchups from Moody. If we would have got the same matchup on our other accounts that we got on our main account, that last 8,200 guy, we probably would have lost on any other account, so I always do the adventure lock, then Moody, then the alt account, then the main account. That's the order I always do it in. Whether or not that's the best order or not, I don't really know. I don't think it technically really matters, because it's like, on one way you could think, okay, well, if I catch the good guys on my alt accounts, then, you know, I don't lose one of the games that matters, but if I get that same game on my main account, I might not have lost. So it's like kind of a toss-up, depending on who you are and how you feel about whether or not you want good games or whether or not you just want to put in your 114. Holding on to the Captain Wendy there. Smart. But he had the fireball, which brutalized us. Let's see if the Timmy can get hits on the Timmy while the Zen is taking the hits. This should be good. Oh, it looks like a 2-shot from Timmy will take him out. Oh, no. It looks like he already had some damage. Looks like somebody might have hit him. Get that Zen. Oh, no. The Zen died to the blast from the new kid. See what he's got. Can Timmy survive? Oh no, just got his attack off. Not able to save him. Not sure what to do here. Probably just play the Dougie. Nicely done. See if we can get that Wendy. Don't think we can. We'll play him just for the health, honestly. He's a good bet for keeping people at bay. Don't use your ability, Wendy. Oh, don't sleep on Wendy. Oh, and he gets it back. I thought he missed it. Thought he missed the Randy. But unfortunately, he's not quick thinking enough to use his ability to get the little boy out before the Inuit kills him. So that's gonna cost him. It was a nice Dar though. Nice Dar indeed. I honestly forgot Dar was even an option this week. The little boy, the little Indian that could. We put Frontier Bradley out. No, just kidding. Put that hook hand out, see if he can chunk the... Ooh, anybody really get that Ike? No, he gets the new kid. Doesn't help at all, but fortunately, Moody was fairly well leveled this week, and Nambla made good choices on their upgrades, so we came out with a pretty decent deck. Oh, get him! Wow. Can you believe that Dougie just died to a Timmy blast? Like, how often does that happen? Flustered Cuck versus DNB Devad. The name sounds familiar for some reason. But 5339, doubt it. Doubt it's a familiar face. But we do got a bubby. Who's a familiar face? He's just so sleepy. He's so sleepy. Oh, he's so sleepy. He's just a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a kitty scarf. He's a scarf. And now he's back to sleep. Nice Inuit play there. We tried to play the Ike to possibly save it, but he brutalized me. The Ike against the Ike. No, he does an assassin step. Get the one, get the next one, more hits on the next. Ooh, big chunk to the next bar as well. Marcus in the back. Just gonna wait it out. He should get that bar. He's not gonna be able to Zen pull him quick enough. One more. Ooh, almost made it. Terrible Zen play there. Terrible Zen play. This war I always held on to the Indian boy because of Inuit. Yeah, exactly. Unless you were like pretty sure you were gonna get it back in time. I mean, sometimes laying the Inuit, the little guy first, protects the Inuit as well, you know? Oh, again, Timmy kills the Dougie, laid too close to his Zen. Oh my lord. And the Dougie comes in. Moody just brutalizing people this week. Dougie was not an issue for us this week. Every time we saw a Dougie, we dealt with him very handily. Very fun week this week. Interesting games, going 12-0. 12-0, and we did it after the stream on Sunday night. It was like a 8-hour stream, and then a 6-hour stream, and then we did our Team Wars. I literally almost forgot about my Team Wars games. I was about to go upstairs and crash, and then I was like, oh shit. I still have to play my Team Wars games. I think we still would, like, even if both of my accounts would have gotten zeros, we still would have beaten Coon Death Squad, but I think we can check that. Yeah, we still would have beaten them, but that would have been pretty crazy. I almost forgot too, I did all of them at 3 a.m. Goddamn, dude. You leveled all the Dougies for TVT? Yeah, exactly. GG's, thanks, Sed. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Welcome back, Draft Princess. Welcome in. We are playing Minion Masters after this draft, so you came in at the perfect time. We play Minion Masters after this stream. Minion Masters Monday, I guess is what you could call it. We usually just bust out 10 wins and call it a night, then head out for the night, but that's after the end of this. So we're gonna jump into the deck for this next week. And it's gonna be a pretty interesting one. We have superhero sci-fi. It's kind of the main, but then also there's a couple fantasy cards thrown in there, which kind of mixes shit up because you get that removal thrown in there where you have the sci-fi superhero connection, but you got the this TVT was fun and anyone who complained just sucked. War is war. Yeah, I liked this week too. I thought it was a pretty good one. Because the deck, it was a pretty good deck. Like, when I looked at the decks, it's like, I would put this deck together. Some weeks it's like, why the fuck would I ever play this deck ever? But this last one was pretty good. Alright, so we have quite a bit going on here. Just something to note for, you know, what cards we're going to choose. Leanne is an option. Cock Magic is an option. Satan is an option. So as far as, and Super Fart / Poison is an option, so for Swarm and stuff, so. Alright. Yeah, Imp was pretty good. I don't think we took Imp this week, but I smoked that Imp with that hook hand. That was a lot of fun. Alright, so first off, Tupperware versus Pigeons. Both of them kind of fill the slot of the I'm gonna use this card to deal with Leanne slot. You got to look at the deck though and think, how likely is it that a team will pick Captain Diabetes? Mostly for Captain Diabetes, you'd be saving caps and the cost. And you know, when you have Grand Wizard Cartman, Call Girl potentially, well, you know, Call Girl might want to pull in the Coon or something. But when you have a bunch of different options here for bigger cost cards, especially if you run the Cock Magic, it's going to be harder to, I mean, there's not a whole lot of cheap cards in this deck, like, truly. And the Diabetes might be a good choice, but Leanne, I feel when there's Grand Wizard, potentially the combination of whatever Call Girl pulls out, potentially the Satan as well. Leanne's going to be a pretty good deal. Pigeons deal with Grand Wizard. Yeah, if you play him right after the blast, they usually get enough damage in before he gets the next one. But I'm looking at, no, it doesn't. He could just, there could be Satan to deal with. So there's nothing really that they can deal with your Swarm from a distance. So that's good. But I think Tupperware would prevent the Cock Magic. He'd prevent the Leanne. He doesn't get hit by the Grand, well, he gets hit by the Grand Wizard Cartman, but doesn't get knocked. Does he get knocked back? Actually, I'm not sure. I think he does. Tupperware doesn't get hit by the Super Fart or the Poison. Avoids the Cock Magic, avoids the Leanne. Deals with, or avoids the Satan too, which might actually matter. I think that's not terrible to run the Tupperware. I like the Tupperware better, I think. The Pigeons could be good, but when you could potentially have a Bounty Hunter Kyle out there just healing your shit off the Pigeons, and then if the Pigeons do their job, they're just gonna get, they might just get poisoned right away, or they're gonna get super farted when they get to New Kid, or, you know, if you play it on their side, they're gonna get super farted before they do their job. So if you're gonna play the Pigeons, it's got to be on your side on defense on the Pigeon, no, sorry, not the Pigeons, on the Leanne, hopefully. But then you can get the Cox when she dies. Pegs will appreciate that. Robo's the choice here. City Walk Guy is just never going to be the choice. He's just too situational. You have to pretty much build a whole deck around him for it to be good. There's no way that City Walk Guy, I think, will ever be the choice in Team Wars, to be honest. The only person that I would maybe pick him over would be, like, Mayor. But even most of the time, Mayor is going to be a better choice because, you know, maybe there's one person who the charge, getting rid of the charge might help. Mysterion versus the Rats. I think the Mysterion, when there's Cock Magic and Leanne, is just too, it's just too, there's too much potential to lose that whole energy. and unless you're getting them back every time, it's just not worth the energy. So I think the rats to have an extra thing to deal with the Leanne, or potentially, the Princess Kenny, the Astro, the rats to deal with the gnomes with New Kid's help. So there's a lot of stuff that the rats are going to be able to deal with. Also, you throw the rats down, it's a little bit of a protection from the cock magic if people run the cock magic. Now, mind control is most likely what people are going to run. Mind control on... on a Bebe that's right across the field so that she starts hitting New Kid and fucks shit up. Stuff like that could win you the game. You could steal the Astro right before it dies and get something speed boosted to win. Stealing the Grand Wizard Cartman before his ability goes off and killing the enemy pigeons and BHK and shit like that could be beneficial. So I think the mind control is going to be more impactful. And potentially just to counter the enemy mind control. If they get a good mind control out, you can just mind control them back and then you guys are neutral. MC on Grand Wizard Cartman? Yeah, exactly, Killa. Exactly. That's pretty much what I can see. I mean, God forbid they're stupid enough to play Call Girl mid and you could take the Call Girl and pull one of your own cards. That would be pretty sick. The hamsters versus the gnomes. This is another card that could potentially... It's kind of like Tupperware and pigeons, where it's like dictated by the Leanne, and then same with Mysterion and the rats kind of dictated. So there's a lot of swarm going on here. Hamsters versus gnomes. I mean, if you're on a team that can upgrade every card, the gnomes level 5 or 6 we all know that's brutal against New Kid. But if you can't upgrade that slot, the two hamsters might actually be pretty good at level 3 versus the gnomes, simply because they're not going to get hit by the cock magic or the Leanne, and them might survive and help deal with the cocks afterwards. So they also don't get hit by the Satan, which probably doesn't matter because he just one-shots him afterwards. But there's some application to that. But a level 3 gnomes doesn't really have as much, other than just taking 3 shots until it dies. So that one's kind of a toss-up, but I think gnomes are probably going to edge it out if you can actually afford to upgrade it. And since Mysterion you're probably not going to pull, the only legend you have to dump stuff into is the Grand Wizard Cartman. So you're going to have a lot of caps this week for sure. Drone versus Mosquito. Kind of the same thing. The drone might be better just because it's a great Leanne counter. It also does alright against the... any other fighter out there, Captain Diabetes. You can put them right on the BHK, and you can actually hit the BHK. You could put them up, and the drone actually deals with the pigeons quite well, because the pigeons are too slow to get around the drone to actually, unless they play the pigeons on it, around it. Oh yeah, Satan Call Girl, you're right. So yeah, so still though, only two legends is kind of par for the course. It's when you have to upgrade 3 legends is where you really run into trouble with caps. So yeah, Satan probably would be 4 for most teams, or 4 for the high teams, 3 for most teams. And then Grand Wizard, you're probably gonna want to get as high as you can, because there's Leanne is kind of a counter to Grand Wizard, but Grand Wizard could still potentially get a lot of fucking value out before Leanne dies, especially if it's just Grand Wizard. And if it's just Grand Wizard and Leanne and they're just going at it, it's gonna be a while till they die. So they're almost definitely going to have to play another card where Grand Wizard could potentially hit him with his charge, or potentially even hit New Kid with his charge. So Grand Wizard, I think, is going to be the choice. Coon just isn't very good. Even though you're going to have the Diabetes, potentially the hamsters, pull him in with the Call Girl. I guess there's potential this week to do some good stuff there, but then that whole push just gets Leanned to death. That whole push just gets cock magicked, and since you have hamster and Tupperware and everything out, you're not protected from those, so your guys still do die. So to an extent, you might actually want pigeons and rats because they do get targeted by Leanne and the cock magic, because you might want to protect your Grand Wizard. So if you see the Leanne, you put your pigeons out, your Grand Wizard Cartman might survive. Or you could do something as crazy as, I mean, if there's a Leanne out there, there's a bunch of shit out there. You could really gamble with that cock magic and try to get the Leanne and not your Grand Wizard. And if that happens, that's basically game over there as well. So that's a gamble. That's a gamble. Don't try that at home, but it's definitely an option. Now, Mosquito, I think of any slot you'd probably want to take the Leanne counter, it would be this one, mostly just because the drone is gonna counter the BHK and the pigeons and stuff better than Mosquito does, and Mosquito is probably just gonna get blown up by Grand Wizard Cartman and shit anyway, so the extra health from the drone is probably gonna be worth it. But if you see yourself low on caps seem to be a problem, maybe your deck gets a little heavy, the Mosquito might be the right choice just because it's the rare and it's one cost cheaper. So that's going to be kind of dependent on your team and how much caps you can get. Because this slot I really don't think is going to matter that much. If you have Tupperware, you especially don't need drone. So Tupperware, Mosquito might be the right choice. And then if you go Coon, you'd have quite a bit of cheap cards to get his teamwork up. So pretty good. Satan, I think, is the choice this week, though. Unless you really want to ride that Coon, you could do Call Girl Coon. And Coon is the only card this week that Call Girl can pull in, unless you run the Mysterion, which we already kind of decided was a bad idea. Grand Wizard pushing Leanne, I don't think he would push her far enough to get out of the AoE, though. I think, she's got pretty high pushback, whatever you want to call it, so she doesn't get pushed that far back anyway. And Grand Wizard's just gonna walk right into it anyway, so I don't think that's gonna work. But it could, if you push her away to like the side and she decides to retarget somebody, you could potentially get out of the way. Yeah. But Satan's gonna be the choice. Like if you see, like there's gonna be so much potential for spam, even if it's just whatever is coming at you after the Leanne to deal with some stuff. It's gonna be useful. You can deal with, maybe you have the Mosquito or the drone coming, and Randy and BHK are next to him, so there's a lot of value there. You want to be careful though. A lower level Satan might actually get beat up by the higher level Tupperware, so if you have like a level 3 versus level 6, you want to definitely support him. And remember, you can play the Satan on your own Tupperware, so if you lead with Tupperware and they put a bunch of people to kill the Tupperware, put your Satan out, kill them all, you don't hurt your Tupperware. Great play. Grand Wizard, I think, is the choice. Coon, I just can't. If you decide to go Call Girl, go Coon, but then if you go Coon, you have to go Diabetes, you have to go Hamsters, you have to go Mosquito. So by picking that one card, you kind of deter yourself. And all you got to do is, Coon could be up, Coon could have 800 attack, and most likely he's only going to get one attack off before he dies, because as soon as he starts attacking somebody, you just put somebody in between them, it pushes him away. Coon's aggro multiplier isn't going to let him reset his target, so he's going to waddle his fat ass around whoever that is. Then you put another person to keep him even farther away, and you're just going to keep the Coon at bay. Now obviously you don't want to stack stuff that Satan could then destroy, but you play the Tupperware, you play the Hamsters, whatever it might be. Astro versus Princess. With all the swarm that there's gonna be, I don't think that the Princess is really gonna work. Most likely you're just gonna make a cock have 0 attack, or a gnome have 0 attack, or a rat have 0 attack. So not super helpful. I think the speed boost and a Kun push gets fucked by Satan. Yeah, most of it'll get fucked, yeah. Unless you have the charged Captain Diabetes with the Hamsters. But yeah, the Mosquito is going to get destroyed, so yeah, it's tough. What you'd want to do is you'd want to have Coon and stuff in the middle, where that would be the Satan target, but then like Mosquito would be in the back corner maybe, so that he wouldn't get hit, stuff like that. But yeah, I think the Astro is going to be the choice. You could Astro and you could boost You know, if you have the Mysterion, you could boost the Mysterion. You could boost the Call Girl, who if her attack gets boosted, she's actually pretty devastating. Speed boost on Leanne is actually, yeah, getting her closer to New Kid is pretty devastating. Even getting it on Grand Wizard so he can get his ability off real quick would be pretty nice. BHK getting it would be pretty nice. But Robo Bebe getting it and getting extra stacks from it was actually really good too. So I think that's going to be your choice. Of course, you're just going to probably get super farted when your charged person gets to the New Kid, but if it's Leanne, it doesn't really help. So if you're going to run super fart this week, well, honestly, I think Poison might be the choice. Because Poison's going to deal with the BHK and the Pigeon potential, right? Also helps to deal with the Mosquito if it's all in a group. Most likely you're going to be in range to hit the Mosquito and the BHK. Most likely if you play BHK, you're going to play it with the Mosquito. If not, it's a nice decent chunk on the Randy. If they put the Pigeons out, poison it immediately, and then anything else you hit other than the Pigeons is just gravy. So that would be my goal. I think the Pigeons would die in 1 or 2 ticks, so they shouldn't even be able to get... They'd be able to get 1 hit off, but not more, so should really limit the DPS. And then here, Leanne's going to be your choice. Unless you really want to run that Coon Call Girl Captain Diabetes. Leanne is just going to be too good. You want her at least level 3, level 4 potentially if you have it. Level 3 gets you to 4 units, and that's where it kind of gets to the point where like you're going to consistently get value out of her. With 3 units, it's too easy to, you know, just drop the rats and steal the percentages. You're a little kitty. It's too easy to steal the percentages like that, but a little down look. Oh, he's just a little Bubby Bear. He's just a little Bubby Bear. Are you a little boy? Are you a little boy? Oh, he's just sleeping. He's just sleeping. He's so sleepy. Hey, TP Tot. What are you doing, huh? Come here, TP Tot. You want to be on stream too, kitty? You want to be on stream too? What'd you see? What'd you see? Is it a bug? I think she saw a bug. Oh, he's stretching, he's stretching, he's stretching! Oh, you stretchy boy. You stretchy boy. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Alright, what's next? Well, that's it. It'll be interesting to see the type of decks that are going to be out there this week. You're probably going to see a lot of Swarm, a lot of shenanigans. I would be really interested to see how many... I'd love to see like I wonder if this is something that Lucky Penguin has on his site, where we could get like an analysis of what everybody chose for Team Wars. There is that right now, but that's just like the votes. I'm not sure if it would, when it's finalized, if it keeps track. And maybe you could go by like per team or something like that. I'm not really sure. My team running 37 people will have to go superheroes. Yeah, exactly. Some of the stuff you won't be able to upgrade enough to be able to afford the Grand Wizard plus whatever else. So yeah, if you go just the Call Girl, then go Coon, Mosquito, all that kind of jazz, and then just try to play around that Satan is your best bet. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Alright, let's move into the dev update for the week, which is a pretty exciting one. Oh, it's got the wrong page. It's got the Twitch page. Where'd it go? It's got my Twitch page so you can see my hand. Maybe not. There it is. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. Here we go. Bubby. You see your sister eating? You see your sister eating? Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Oh, now you're biting? Now you want to fight? Now you want to fight? Alright, I'll lay you back down. I'll lay you back down. He's back in his spot. Alright, so we have some pretty exciting news this week. First off, Showdown 2020. The first round of voting has taken place in our Showdown 2020 tournament, and we are moving on to the next set of brackets. I do not think I saw a single one. Doesn't look like they have the bracket updated, so kind of moot point there. But make sure you check out Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And best of luck to all the wonderful characters. I'll start tuning in the semifinals. Put my 2 cents in. Remember that the #1 card will be chosen on October 12th and made into canvas prints that will then be raffled off to free lucky winners. I think that would be cool. Knowing that, I would want like Mysterion or some shit like that, like somebody who's got a really cool card art. But also I'd want somebody who doesn't have, like, we have a lot of those, like there's 11 different cards where we got that stuff, but I would say that I would want one where there hasn't been anything done for that card. So like the card art where there hasn't already been prints or posters or stuff like that. Satan, yeah, exactly. The Pandemic Special, which is on Wednesday, that's gonna be pretty good. Are they only on HBO for streaming now? I wonder, will it be streaming right afterwards? Because on Hulu had like almost live TV. It was like out the next day. So I wonder how HBO is gonna do that if HBO has all the rights to anything. Do you get something for the vote? I don't think so. Just for funsies. The weekly events. Monday and Tuesday mission events will be centered around Towley, so make sure you stop by, have fun with him. Live comedy center, gotcha. Our Monday and Tuesday events, oh, I already said that. Wednesday we'll run new chaos mode featuring the Marsh family. Randy cards will be 4 energy. That's pretty interesting. Is that still good? Is that any good though? Is a 4-cost Randy good? Even though the epics are kind of shit? Probably pretty good. Sharon being 3-cost is very good. Like that. And the siblings Stan and Shelly will be 2. I like that. Shelly 2. Stan and Mini Moons 2-cost. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Level 1 6 element Randy. Yeah, that's true. The legends do all right. After South Park's Pandemic Special, expect a new superhero, or is it supervillain, from everyone's favorite South Park dad. We all know what that one is. It's Mary Jane Randy, who apparently spawns little totems that taunt. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. Like, if that's true, like that's just what I've seen. I'm not 100% sure if that's like 100% what it is. Could be like leaked and not finalized or something like that. But it'll be interesting to see. He'll be good with Frontier Bradley. It'll be interesting. I think he'll pair well with the new Wonder Tweak, where you could pull people into the range of the taunt, and then it'll kind of depend on how much health it has, how long the taunt is, what the range of the taunt is. All that kind of stuff will really matter. So we'll see what happens. But how many points for the weekend event? I assume it'll be, what, 120 was it? It was 120, I think, when it was the guaranteed legend. Maybe he'll be legend, and it'll be a guaranteed legend one. No, I don't know. Maybe it'll be 80. That's interesting that they took those ones out. Like, why'd they do that? Maybe they haven't decided what it'll be yet. But yeah, so Thursday, run through Monday. That's so weird. That's so weird. That makes me think that he might be a fucking legend. Probably 100 points for that one. SP Discord and chat to join the South Park Discord. Maintenance tomorrow morning. Didn't impact too many people. Most people should be at fucking work. And we have balances, which is the most important part of the update this time. So pretty exciting. So we have Gunslinger Kyle, who's getting a 25% boost in his health, which is pretty awesome. That's gonna maybe potentially have him survive arrow storms. But if nothing else, it'll make him a little bit more beefy. And the buff power is going to increase by 50%. which is pretty fucking crazy. From 3 to 4.5 seconds, that extra 1.5 seconds could get you a whole nother attack, and that's an incredible amount of damage. Now the Gunslinger with the extra health coupled with, I don't know, maybe you throw in Frontier Bradley in there. I don't know, maybe you have Sizzler Stewart, who gets boosted by a Gunslinger when he's near a new kid with the Frontier Bradley attack. Like, Frontier and Gunslinger are gonna be very deadly together, and you're gonna see some sick shit with that. That's for sure. Outlaw Tweak. I'm torn. I mean, the extra health is always good. He already was pretty beefy, so now he's a little bit beefier than Kyle, which, you know, having more, he's 1 extra cost, so that's good. His attack is going up, which I already thought he was a pretty good body. He was doing like 90 per hit at level 6, and he didn't get hit by new kids, so it's pretty good. And the explosion range was increased, which that's interesting. That's interesting. That pretty much hits the full backline then if it hits new kid. Pretty cool on the Outlaw. We'll have to see. Moody's got him leveled pretty high. We'll have to throw Outlaw Tweak in on Moody and see what kind of shenanigans we can get on. Wonder Tweak, who I have been requesting to level 6 for no reason on the main account. I just smelled the buff coming. The tornado radius goes up by 25 and his attack goes up from 25 to 30. So his attack, pretty damn good. 7 higher than the Outlaw Tweak, which is going to translate to quite a bit more, and he already had that good range, and the tornado radius being a little bit longer might be pretty good. So we'll see what happens here. Now the Sizzler Stewart buff here, I don't know what they're doing here, but apparently not enough people were playing Sizzler Stewart, so just because probably nobody had him at level 4, or less people had him at 4. He's not super useful at 3. At 4, he's quite a bit better. At 5, he's gross. But he gets a little bit more health. A little upset that it's moving away from 420. But his speed boost now will get boosted faster. So instead of needing 10, it'll only take him 7. That's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, Space Warrior Token nerfed into the ground. His attack has been brought down by 20% from 36 to 28, which means he has less attack now than Wonder Tweak. And his attack boost has been lowered quite a bit as well. And this is a long time coming change. I think they should have done this when they initially changed him down to 2. He just gets so much value for that 2 cost. Now, especially with the Frontier Bradley coming into the fray, he gets way more value since that fighter, and that AoE boost from his charge power does count with the AoE from Frontier because it's not an ability per se, it's a charged attack. So yeah, Space Warrior getting that change now after Frontier is in play, it makes a lot of sense. And I think that he'll still get just as much play just for being that 2 drop. You can't really replace him. The reworks for the Dark Angel is you can't pull him away from the mind control anymore, which is nice. We'll see how that works. We'll see if they actually got it to work right. But that'll prevent that Mecha Steel from, pulling a 5 cost unit and taking it. Like, that's just such a big energy swing that I'm glad they got rid of that. It'll make that Mystic Sci-Fi a little bit less strong. And now Gizmo Ike, which is something I'm excited for. You're gonna definitely see me running Gizmo Ike plus level 5 Hanky plus Man-Bear Crunch. But this is for the stats of Gizmo Ike's clones, not the original character. So the original character changes nothing at all. The Gizmo clone will now have the same attack as the original Ike, but he has 25% less health. And the charge rate of the clone is twice as fast. So the first one you get from the clone is going to be as fast as the second one you get from the first one, because we all know the first charge when you play a card is quicker. So you're almost guaranteed the 7-second second Gizmo Ike. So you play Gizmo Ike in the corner, and all of a sudden you have 2 Gizmo Ikes that both have 200 attack. Let's just say it's a base 200, whatever it actually is. 200 attack. One of them has 200 health, one of them has 100 and what would it be? 175 health? 150 health would it be? 150 health. Still a pretty damn good assassin, and the health of an assassin doesn't really necessarily matter because typically they're gonna get one shot either way. So I think this falls right in line with kind of what I wanted them to do. I just wanted them to get a base, like a minimum, so that you didn't end up putting out a gizmo that died to one shot of New Kid. Eventually after like 4, if you have 200, then you're at 100, then you're at 50, then you're at 25, all of a sudden the clones you're putting out have 12 HP, 13 HP if they round up. 13 HP, that's worthless. New Kid kills him. He doesn't do any damage. The only way to get value of it is to boost him somehow, and he doesn't really get boosted by anything. So, except the Mackie, I guess. You throw a Mackie in there. So that'll be interesting. Actually, that's a fun little play. Throw Mackie out there with some gizmos and see what the fuck happens. So put Man Bear Crunch. He gets the plus 70. He boosts the health of the Mackie, and I'm gonna have fun with Gizmo Ike for sure. So it'll be interesting. But of course, Gizmo Ike gets killed by Inkin, gets killed by Satan, gets killed by Rogue Token, gets killed by Aerostorm, gets killed by all of those things. So I don't think he's going to be a huge threat in the meta necessarily, because the meta cards deal with him. Satan fucks him up, all that kind of stuff. The meta cards deal with him, but stuff like that. But Frontier Bradley's attack boost will no longer be removed with Purification, and he's been moved to Arena 9. So that's just a bug fix. They never intended those long-lasting auras to get removed by Purify. So they had the same thing with Elven King Bradley. You could take that away from the guys. All right, well, that's quite enough news for 1 week, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? We've got a lot going on, and even more coming up in the future. Ooh, what does that mean? The leaves are falling, and there's a new chill in the air, so the summer events will be coming to an end. What summer events? Next week, we'll talk about our upcoming fall events. We'll look forward to that. Until then, good luck destroying those phones. Don't forget to watch the special on Wednesday, and look forward to your brand new card. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. His AoE range should have been nerfed. Yeah, I think the AoE range is pretty... Considering that it goes around the unit, no matter how big the unit is, like if you do it against, like, Man Bear Pig, it's gonna be that circle around Man Bear Pig. Yeah, they could cut that in half and it would still be brutal. You'd have to be like right around him. Having somebody be like this far away from New Kid and still getting that hit, mostly because their AoE already is a little flawed. You can be right on the edge of it and actually get hit by it. Please change up the midweek events. The same thing week after week is so boring. I'm torn on this because although I agree with you, play another game or something. Like, you don't... What would it matter if on Tuesday you had a token event and on Monday this week, oh, we have a token event, oh, this week we have a mission event? What would that matter? Wouldn't you prefer it to be consistent so that you can kind of plan around it? At this point and this longevity in the game, quality of life is more important than boring, in my opinion. So the quality of life of knowing what's coming and being able to decide whether or not, you know, for me, for the stream, if you're a streamer or something, if you want to stream challenge mode, you know when challenge mode is, right? Or if you want to stream a card event, or you want to stream, you know when these are. Whereas, you know, if I don't want to stream a stupid mission event or something, I know which days to avoid the mission, you know what I'm saying? So and not just for streaming perspective, just from a playing perspective. If you know, oh, I don't need to worry about this event because it's for mats, I don't really need mats, but I need to focus on this event on Monday because it's a Towley event and I want a Towley. So it lets you pick and choose when you want to play, and it doesn't... It also makes you, like, I don't have to log in every day to see what's going on. Like, I would just prefer, oh, I know it. I know it's today's. The daily events, the way they are, work very well. I agree. I think they're good. Thank you so much. This was the best update ever. Just the Dar nerf was absolutely perfect enough. Yeah, I like it. It's in a good spot. Fantastic round of balance changes. I agree. Wait, what? I mean, the Stewart buff is weird, but we'll see how that plays out. I mean, it's true, you don't see Stewart very often. We'll see what happens. You can bet there's gonna be a use DSR on a ton of gizmos just to knock them all over. Oh yeah, but that actually could be detrimental because you knock them all over and Stewart packs next year. Yeah, for sure. You bet there's gonna be Stewart packs. The DSR might separate them enough where it like helps them and keeps them unable to be killed by Satan or, you know, Rogue Token or whatever. Aerostorm still fucks them up. What? Did he? Oh, that's what she was saying, the summer events. Okay, so they'll change it. I'm okay with that. Like, if you change it on, like, a seasonal thing, like, now for 6 months, it'll be, or for 4 months, it'll be card event, mission event, token event. Like, I'm fine with that. That's fine. But changing, like, every week would be stupid. But yeah, fine with this. Good round of adjustments. I'm pleased to see Gizmo Ike getting attention, but I cannot tell if these changes are ultimately a buff or a nerf. I'm very pleased to see. If you, I honestly, I 100% truly think, some people on Facebook think, if you can't see on paper that this is a better Gizmo change, then you lack all ability to theory craft in this game, and your opinion should never be taken in the choices for your team deck and putting a deck together in general, because you just have no concept of the game. If you don't understand how much of a buff this is, like, do you really think having 50 Gizmo Ikes with 12 attack and HP is better than having 5 that still have 200 fucking attack? Are you fucking stupid? Of course it's a buff. Of course it's a buff. One Gizmo clone on this new buff is technically better, stats and all, is technically better than if you get 10 Gizmo clones in the previous version. Unless they were all clones from the first Gizmo. But that's impossible. Even then, those only have 100 attack. They're worthless. It's a terrible play on the Gizmos to be... Yeah, I do that with the pigeons sometimes. You hit them, and the pigeons just go fucking flying. It's hilarious. So buff some cards no one uses, basically. What? No one uses Sizzles because, well, he's a legendary and never seems to get pulled over the other ones. I mean, I have never once bought a Sizzler. Not once. Never in my life have I bought a Sizzler, and I have him level 4. Scott. So him never seeming to get pulled over the other ones is just, you know, your opinion, man. Why nerf Space Warrior? Because he was the strongest 2-cost in the game. When there are loads of 2 to 3 cost cards that are too much. Okay, well, 3 cost cards don't fucking matter, because we're talking about a 2 cost card here. And what 2 cost card is better than Space Warrior Token? Enforcer? Debatable. Enforcer's alright, but he dies pretty quickly. His attack's kind of shit. You can't use him on defense because Hanky 2-shots him. And he uses his stupid little war cry thing where he's like, eh. So yeah, I don't know. Because he's extreme value for a 2-cost rare card? Exactly. That guy knows what's up. You can say the same for a fair few 2 to 3 cost cards. That's why they get... You're so stupid. You can't expect them to get every single card that you think is wrong in one shot. Then the next week, you're gonna have another list of cards. So, like, what the fuck's the point? Why every single time you buff a card so people start playing it only to nerf it again so it becomes useless? Space Warrior Token is already a weak fighter. He needs 2 hits just to kill a stupid chicken. I mean, not if he's equal level 6. That's a dumb argument. How he matches up to chickens who are the chickens are technically epic cards. Hi Toller. Good start on balancing Dara. I think that she should be a 4 energy cost card nonetheless. I think that's probably right. But what led you guys to believe Sizzler needs a buff? Also, please fix the ads. They're still quite buggy. And again, are you guys working on anything to help the D-ranking problem? You can't really stop it. You can't prevent it. It's weekend time for fucking card event. I'm tired of the fucking card event weekend. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Most people appreciate that. The boosted card events are the best unless the selection is rubbish. Then they suck. Blah, 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 blah. I hate you. Gizmo looks more like a nerf. That's so dumb. As his power is all and only in the combination with Space Pilot Bradley and ability to stun lock. Oh, but guess... No, it's not! And if you actually play this and you're depending on your Gizmos to stun lock, well, guess what? by the time that your gizmo that you just spawned that has 12 fucking HP, 12, by the time he gets his charge to stun lock him, he's fucking dead. What are you fucking talking about? 3 gizmos with this new one boosted by Space Pilot is gonna be a fucking nightmare. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous because instead of those 15 gizmos doing a total of 250 attack plus the initial one, 3 gizmos are gonna do 600 attack, sped up by the Space Pilot. I stand by what I said about if you don't think that that's a buff, you are fucking stupid. Do you have any idea how much better Space Pilot will be because of this change to Gizmo? It's not a wasted card anymore. You get 2 gizmos all of a sudden. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I got 3 gizmos coming at me and they all have their charge, and guess what? You sit on the charge. You don't just use it to get more gizmos anymore because you can use it at the right time to stun lock, and you have 3 of them. So if you have 3 gizmos, you should be able to stun lock as long as you need to, or at least as close as you need to. Because 3 of them, they're 14 seconds. This first spawn on them might be quicker. I don't know actually. That's an interesting thing. The first spawn on the gizmo clones, is it 7 seconds or 14 seconds? If it's 7 seconds, then you're in good shape. You spawn a new one, 7 seconds later, you got another one. If you have 3 of them, you make another one, you get 7 seconds, 2, 6, that's 6 seconds. That's 1 second you don't have a charge. Plus the stuns them for 2 seconds. So you can just wait to use the next one. So you have enough in just 3 gizmos to stun lock people. And guess what? Your gizmos are gonna fucking survive a little bit of hits. So if you're going up against the gnomes or something, you're not gonna instantly fucking die. You're not gonna get fucking machine gun shot by the new kid bug that lets him hit 15 targets immediately if it one-shots him at max range, which is a bug that happens, and that made Gizmo shitty as well. So when you look at the Gizmo change and you don't think it's going to be good, you're an idiot. If you don't think it's gonna be good because of Space Pilot, which is one of the reasons he's gonna be great, you're a double idiot. Let's see what he says though. He already gets one-shotted. He doesn't already get one shot. When he has full health, he survives a lot of shit. He'll survive 1 hit from Pocahontas Randy. He'll survive 1 hit from most fighters. Because of this, the clones will be one-shotted by most units. The clones, even if they get 1 shot, still do full damage. So it's like a normal assassin. When you play an assassin out and you just expect it to die and get 1 hit, that happens all the time. Attack buff at the price of stunning is probably useless. No, because then, so you're saying that the only time Gizmo is good is with Space Pilot? No, you can use him for other things. Guess what, homie? It makes him better now because you don't have to use him with Space Pilot. You can use him alone. You can use him with Mackie and they'll actually survive. You can use him with fucking Man Bear Crunch. You can use him with Maxie and Maxie will heal him up to keep him from getting killed after they take that first shot. It's ridiculous. I'm curious though, will the clones of the clones be 25% of the clone? Or will the clone of the clones still be the base? Because it's not super clear. I'm gonna go back to the text. Because it says it's only for the clones. Yeah, see? Gizmo Ike clones will now have the same attack as the original Gizmo. Not the clone to Gizmo, the original Gizmo. So to me, it seems like every single one of the gizmos that you get from a clone, whether it's cloned from a clone or not, is gonna be 25%. So if that doesn't Russian nesting doll get lower and lower and lower, that's fucking good. That's fucking good. And for anybody to think that's worse is just baffles me. It baffles me. And these are the type of people that other people fight with in their discords about what they're gonna do for Team Wars for the deck. And this guy thinks he knows what he's fucking talking about. To be confirmed once tested, but another sign that there's no brain behind the change to this game. I think you're the one with no brain. How long before Frontier is nerfed? Just the explosion range ability would be something? Yeah, I agree. It really makes no sense that in addition to attack buff and AoE fighters are also given range. I mean, that's what AoE means. What? How does AoE would have to increase the range? Otherwise, how would it possibly be AoE? It really makes, or sorry, the already plenty lame adventure can hit the new kid with fighters barely be on the midfield. No, it can't. You fucking exaggerating little fucking cocksucker. Even stopping them just once in the zap radius is dangerous, Ed. Then, yeah. Then put your cards behind them! Fuck! Put your cards, if your card's here, your new kid's here, don't put your card here! Put your card behind him, let him get right next to fucking new kid, and then put your card behind him! Learn how to fucking play the game! Adapt! Fuck! One change shouldn't, just learn how to play around it! Sorry, you can't just put Zen in front of your fucking new kid anymore, you loser! Fuck! And now the litany. I'm tired of facing only high-level players with +1 level on each card. You know how it feels to only and exclusively face players with epics level 5 while mine are at 4? And their legends at 4s? It feels like crap! It feels like crap! Please, account card levels and or players level in the matchmaking. Claims were made about fairness for the challenges matchmaking. Was it just BS to cover the fact that changes are only made where the coins calls for? What? Alternatively, I would like my ranks to be taken down to where I should be. Where people have level 4 epics and legendaries at 3. Why am I pushed up to compete in a league where I have -1 card levels? It's ridiculous that despite standing up to pushes of +1 card levels, I lose bars because of direct hits my mark. That's how big the card level difference is affecting my games. Guy's a fucking pussy. Hey, Bubby. Did you hear Papa crying and you came to make sure I was okay? Oh. Oh. Bubby, Bubby, Bubby. Bubby, Bubby. But seriously. One, that means that you're a little better than other people. So congratulations. You're not as big, ugly of a potato as I thought you were. So congratulations. When you fight people that have better cards than you, that typically means that you have reached a threshold where your skill outweighs your card level and you can make up for that difference. But you're not that good. So you can't make up for the full difference. Now, I've played a lot of games in my life, and very rarely does a level 4 legend and a level 5 epic lose the game for me if I'm like on Moody or something who has level 4 epics and stuff. That is not what loses you the games. There's not that big of a difference between 4 and 5 epics, and we've seen that in Team Wars constantly. Level 4 to 5 legend? Now we're talking real numbers. Level 3 epic to 4, actually a pretty fucking decent jump there. But for the most part, from 4 to 5 isn't that big of a difference. And it's not gonna, like, your playstyle is really gonna affect that. Now, the biggest problem with accounting card levels and or players level into matchmaking is just simply, I could be level 25 just from donations. Literally just from donations. I could have level 3 epics, but I could be level 25 because I donated the fuck out of my stuff, right? If I take that into account, anybody who has a high level new kid because they donated or, you know, whatever it might be,
maybe they spread out their upgrades really far on all the different cards, but they don't have anything really high leveled, then those people are at a disadvantage. So your changes just put those people into a disadvantage. Now you might be better off, but you just fucked some other people. Does that make you feel better? Is that even? Does that make you feel, is that better? Now, on top of that, if you take into account card levels, you know people are gonna exploit that. It's so easy to exploit shit like that. All I gotta do is throw a couple level fucking 5 legends in, and then luckily enough, I didn't upgrade some of these cards, so I have some level 1 shitty commons that I can put in. I don't even have to play them because I can lead with my level 5 legends, and I'm only gonna be matched up with people who have level 2 legends or something because of how this shit. Now, obviously you can try to circumvent that, but that's gonna be something that they would have to work on and change. So not only would they have to figure out the matchmaking algorithm in the, like, from the perspective of just MMR, which they're not even any fucking good at doing that. You also want them to take into account 12 different slots of cards. And how do you quantify that? How do you quantify the strength of a level 3 Sizzler versus a level 5 Classy? How do you quantify that? How do you quantify a level 1 Dar who still does her job versus a level 5 Imp or something? How do you quantify that? It's literally impossible. And if you were to do this, people would figure out how they're doing it. Lucky would figure out the fucking algorithm, and people would figure out exactly the type of deck that they need to put together, exactly the 1 or 2 cards they'd need to switch, the 1 or 2 levels that they'd have to change out in order to get them to match to that one lower tier and just beat the fuck up on people. And those are the new D rankers. And then next month, those are the people you're fucking crying about. So until you have some sort of fucking solution that doesn't just beget the same exact problem but for other people, shut your fucking mouth. Fix matchmaking by what? Do you play any games that do card strength, deck strength? The only way that works out is if there's just 18 different things that you can do, and everything has to be so consistent. It has to be, you have to have exact DPS numbers for every single card. You have to have exact you have to get values for how long they stay alive, basically. All of the attack speed and stuff like that would have to be normalized in some sort of way. The energy cost would have to be normalized. Not Minion Masters, Heroic, which is a game we play on stream sometimes, Heroic Magic Duel does take into account your deck power, but your deck power is your cards, your artifacts, your character, your spells, your well, I guess the artifacts has all different sorts of stuff you can have on it. Then there's so much stuff. So that makes sense because I can't just like tweak 1 or 2 things of that and vastly change my deck. You know what I mean? It's gonna match you up relatively to what your deck is. But when you can just so easily throw a couple cards in that are level 1 that would technically go under the radar here, but still be able to use their value. Like, think about a level 1 Transmog. How do you quantify that versus a level 6 Unholy Combustion? Which one is more points? It's a dumb idea. It's batshit stupid. Jesus Christ, Scott, do you just sit around all week thinking I can't wait to complain about stuff on Monday? You know why people don't use the cards that got buffed? Because they're currently really bad. So if any cards should be buffed, it's those ones so people then use them. Why would they buff cards that are already used by everyone? If anything, they'd nerf some of them, i.e. Space Warrior and Dar. Frontier Bradley definitely needs a huge nerf, but I'm guessing they'll just say they don't have enough data for that yet. Yeah, and that's true. Like, when you're tweaking shit that you've seen, they can make one little change that just fucks everything else up. You don't just do it willy-nilly. You don't just like, oh, we think Bradley's a little bit strong. Let's tweak him here. Oh, we think Bradley's a little bit strong. Let's tweak him here. Oh, I think Bradley's a little bit strong. Let's tweak him here. You don't fucking tweak a card every month. Like, that's the shit you're trying to prevent. Those types of deploys cost them money. So, yeah, they try to prevent that as much as they can. So if it takes them a couple months of data to kind of figure out, I mean, Sizzler came out how long ago and they're buffing him? I mean, it could be true that, like, well, Sizzler's good up here, he's bad down here. I mean, you know that he's not great level 2, 3, so maybe he's just unplayable in the lower arenas. I mean, you got to keep that in. Everybody here, everybody on the forums, everybody watching me right now, everybody on Discord is probably in silver or legend. You're probably not watching streams and going on forums and in Discord if you're just a casual bronze player, you know? 300 people found it helpful. There you go, I'll get you, Irish. 4 people. I can't believe people press that button. Imagine if they merged servers. Oh, that'd be terrible. Just cry in the corner, but I don't tell anyone. My wife is the only one who knows. Level 5 epics and 4s are just common for 7K now, and that's the way it is. Yeah, I mean, the game's been out for 3 years. You only need 100 epic. What, you need like 100 plus 25 plus 8 plus 2 plus 4? Like 100, let's conservatively 140 cards. It's probably more like 130 something. 150 cards, let's say. That's all you need. What's up, C-Money? That's all you need. And you get epics up the ass in this game, dude. Compared to other games that I play where you need like 50 epics to get to the next level and you just do not get them. Like, there's no guaranteed epics in these other games. But this game, you get epics up the fucking asshole. Left, right, and center. And you only need 350 for 6 when these other games you need 2,000 of them? South Park, man, the South Park grind is so, like, I've been delving into some of these other games. The South Park grind is so ridiculously small in comparison to these other games that have level 13 is the max, and from a common from level 10 to 11 is 1,000, and then 11 to 12 is 3,000, 12 to 13 is like 6,000. This other game, the commons to go from 10 to 11 is 6,000, 11 to 12 is like 12,000, or 12 to 13, which is the max level, is like 20, 30,000 commons that you need. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I only get them in my left asshole. I keep trying to shift so they hit the middle. Gross. EU's too easy at times. Last season I reached rank 32 with my hanky still being level 3. Yeah, I've heard EU just doesn't. You just don't have enough people, or is everybody just bad? Like, what is it? Do you get matched up like with like matchmaking forces you to matchmake people that are lower than you because there's nobody playing, or what's like what exactly is going on? Since you're serious about repeating your message as obnoxious as Scottle does every damn week, I'll just repeat my thoughts in here as to why I think adding card levels into PvP matchmaking is a bad idea. There's merit for sure in the idea that losses shouldn't be weighted as harshly as they can do right now with big power differences in card levels. That would be ridiculous. I mean, the thought that the amount of trophies you get, or what is it, trophies, crowns, points? It's just points, right? The amount of points you get is based on how strong the other guy was. Like, that's so exploitable for me to feed my teammate a bunch of fucking points. All I gotta do is match up with him, then having a slight different thing, feed him wins, and he's just gonna go up and up and up and up. I'm playing by my card levels where I'm ladder-wise, and have been bothering myself a lot over this past. Nowadays, I don't even notice the difference in strike levels anymore, as I've just acknowledged to play high on ladder that I'm supposed to. Yeah. Higher on the ladder than I'm supposed to. This happens for everything. Like, this happens in any type of game that you're in. And I'm in, what's up, Fried Bow? Peace out. Got my nose violated a couple hours ago. Oh, you got the coronas. So in every game, there's always going to be that one step where like you can free to play, you're cruising through, you're just beating people because you're good, you get in your cards to level 4, 5, 6, like you're feeling pretty good. Then you get up to that next tier, whether it's silver in this game or gold or whatever it is, you get up to that next tier, and all of a sudden you're facing people and everybody has level 7 cards, level 8 cards. Everybody out levels you just because they've played the game longer, put a little money in, most likely just played the game longer. And then you have the choice. Do you sit there and get your ass kicked for a while you slowly grind up? Do you put up with it? Do you buy some cards to get it up? Do you buy the battle pack? What do you do? Depends on the person. And sometimes that's the plateau where people quit and they write something on Google Play where it's like, this game is so play to win, it's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. But you gotta realize, like, it's time. These games are meant to be played for a long amount of time. And if you play it, if you play a game like this, you resign yourself to know that you're a casual player and you're never really gonna care that much, or you're gonna come back every 4 hours and get your pack, because that's the only way that you're gonna ever compete with the people who are putting money in, is to put more time in. People have caught up to me in levels because I don't spend as much money anymore. And I haven't gotten to that next tier, like those level 6, because it's fucking ridiculous to get to those level 6 legends. So I've resigned myself to the fact that if there's a new cool card, I'll put some cash in to get him to level 4 epic or level 6 common, whatever makes him somewhat playable, where I can fuck around and throw him in a deck and, you know, make some fun videos out of it or something. But I didn't buy any Sizzlers, still got him level 4 because I play the game quite a bit. And with the amount of legendaries you get in this game, almost guaranteed 2 at the end of the season. If you're higher level, 1 or 2 at the end of the season, almost guaranteed 1 week, like a 50% shot 1 weekly, 15% shot on the weekends if you finish the event. Those are great odds. When you're coming from other games where the legendary chance for different things are 0.01% and we can get legendaries from fucking free packs. Count your blessings, guys. Looking forward to the new card and change in events. I feel like Dar nerf brought some balance, but I'm curious as to why an already OP card, Frontier Bradley, is getting a buff. It's not a buff, it's a fix of a bug. That is my biggest fucking pet peeve. When you fix a bug and you call it a buff or even a nerf, you're fixing a bug. That interaction should have never happened ever. That's so stupid and just clueless and just the dumbest mindset. The week after I finally get a rare card to level 6, it gets nerfed. Oh, that's too bad. First it happened with Gnomes, now Space Warrior. Why should we invest in leveling up cards they're only gonna nerf? Well, maybe don't only request the Spice Melange. Don't only request the most currently overpowered rare card. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Hi, Toller. Thanks for the update and for all the effort that you're putting into the game. However, I think that Dar needs a serious nerf. Well, don't play so that you can get Dar Inkened. Yeah, if you have it, just stay the fuck away. I mean, most people can work from home in some way, so... Why nerf? Let's see. He's consistently one of the most played cards in the game due to his high value. He provides a 2 cost. Compare him to a 2 cost assassin or a fighter like Heidi, and it's clear that Space Warrior comes out on top every single time. Yeah, he even beats like gnomes. You can you put gnomes up against him, he kills them, and then he can charge past it. Shocker that the most common level 6 rares are the ones that were OP and got nerfed. Yeah. Right about Space Warrior token nerf, really? Right about, so what is, so that is what makes, what? Why does he talk so weird? Right about SWT nerf. Really? So that is what you think makes for a fair game? That's kind of nerf buff you think the game needs? Nerf a card that, yes, is super used and valuable, but is incredibly weak and a mostly filler card? It's a filler card because it's 2 cost and there's no fucking card that you can put in that deck that is better! Not a single fucking one! This is that same fucking dipshit that was talking about Gizmo being bad. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'd love to see what kind of decks you put together. They're probably fucking terrible. God damn it. Nerf a card that, yes, is super used and is valuable, but is also incredibly weak, but it's 2 cost. Sam cleans the board. He's 4 cost. You can power bind him. Space Warrior is 2 cost. Frontier makes fighters hit from midfield. He's 3 cost. He can get removed pretty easily. He's epic, so he can't be leveled, can't be requested. Dar is Dar. I mean, that's fair. Sam cleans the board. You said that twice. You can stop him from cleaning the board. How do you stop how do you stop Space Warrior token from getting 2 fucking mana worth of value? You can't. Mr. Slave heal loop is rigged. No, it's not. Learn how to play. Shannon heal and attack speeds are too high. Who the fuck is Shannon? TNP attack speed. Who's he talking about? Sharon? Sharon's heal and attack speed are too high? No way. TNP attack speed. They're meant to be attack. They have half the health apiece. They're like little fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Satan's pretty fair now. Don't play into the Satan. Dar and Rogue token can stop a push for 4 cost. Rogue token you think needs to be nerfed? God, I want to reply and be like, these are some of the dumbest things I've ever heard. But last time I did something like that, Toller gave me a warning.
The number you have dialed cannot be reached, and that's okay.
You can snipe Satan and it gives you energy. You win that energy trade. Dummies. Alright, where were we at? Was I only on 2? Dude, there's so many. People are just like talking shit back and forth to each other. It's getting out of hand. Whatever. You might be right in all that. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, he's telling blah 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 blah. Come on, you nerf sci-fi mystic. What about Ink and Beam and Double Ninja? Make her unable to interact with legendaries. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard. Don't interact with legendaries? What? I was talking about Space Warrior tokens specifically when you could argue for 4 or 5 cost cards. Some 4s maybe that hold too much value. I mean, low cost decks are quite frankly BS. No, that's 100%. The value of a 4 cost card should be 4 cost. It should be either strong or maybe a little bit of a gamble, whether they remove it or not and deal with it. A 2 cost card is not a gamble. It's not a... Like you could put Space Warrior token down on the field at any place on the field, almost at any moment, and he would still get 2 fucking cost worth of value. Unless you literally played him right into like a Pocahontas that killed him really fast. But even then, he hits him a couple times. Satan uses because fool me once, shame on me. Round 2, my Kyle the Drow Elves says shame on you. That's really funny. I'm not a certified provider anymore. Yeah, but on the forums, I could still get banned, and I want to be able to rant if I want to. Yeah. And quite frankly, it gets rather annoying finding a solid deck than having a card nerfed from it that I'm running under level because of Frontier Bradley. Otherwise, wouldn't use it all. Okay. So you just admitted that the only reason you can fucking play that card is because he's too fucking strong. Game, check, match. Fucking idiot. Fucking dipshit. You admit that it's too strong. God damn it. Oh. Why did Toller say you're welcome on my giveaway pack message? What? Oh, because my name is Thanks Toller. I love Satan uses because fool me. Oh, I read that one. Many other cards are consistently tied. Wait, Mage makes more sense to compare it with another class of cards such as the Assassin or the shittiest fighters such as Heidi. Heidi, yeah, now Heidi and Space Warrior will be about the same value. Heidi has a little bit more health now, will be a little more sticky, probably does about the same DPS if Space Warrior doesn't get his ability off. Why don't we compare Hanky to Freeze Ray, and Hanky should be nerfed because... What? You're the one that was doing that, Nucella! You fucking idiot! You're the one comparing Sam and Dar and Shannon and Team P and Satan, thinking they should be touched before the Space Warrior token? You're the one doing that! I finally got token to level 6, my last card request last night, and they nerf him, sigh. Well, maybe you should learn how to play him while he's balanced! Maybe you shouldn't rely on only overpowered cards and get good at the fucking game. I only run SWT because it works with Frontier Bradley. It's not exactly super exciting or broken outside of charging once and going to nuke. Doing a nuke. Might as well use DKC and nuke for 4x as much. Yeah, except, you know, DKC's twice the fucking cost! I would prefer to use a 4 or 5 cost card. Why? Why? But because low-cost cards are so valuable, no, it's because of the nature of this game. Cycling and getting back to your cards and having them available when you have low energy is the single most important part of this game. The most of the time when somebody loses, it's because they're sitting on a hand of 5/5, 5/4, 4, and they have 3 energy. And if they had just built their deck a little better, they might have been able to defend. Sizzler buff is unnecessary. I agree. Wonder Tweak doesn't need a stat boost, but needs to be 3 cost instead of 4 cost. They like to change the stats before they change the value, the mana value. The mana value is a much more impactful change in countless different reasons for that. If you're a game creator, you want to prevent yourself from changing the original cost, because when you put the card out there, you're putting all these cards with kind of a thought of the cost of them, the balance of all the themes together, and because like there's X amount of assassins in most themes, there's X amount of 3 cost rangers, and then there's 4 cost range, and then there's usually like, I mean, there's the Inkin's really the only 5 cost range, other than I guess Call Girl, but she's 6. But wait, is she 5 now? No, she's 6. I can't remember. Day after day, game after game, match only with 1+ card levels. That's not normal? How is that not normal? How do you think that's not normal? Do you play the game every second of every day that you can play it? Do you get your pack every 4 days? No? Well, then there's countless other people that do. And there's countless other people that have been doing that since the game started. So yes, they're gonna have level 5 epics. And especially on the weekend, you're gonna always run into level 5 epics because people have at least one and they're gonna get rocked up. Where I faced, that's not normal. It grows especially after that one time in TVT where I faced a -1 level cards and for the first time realized what a face roll it was. I mean, Team Wars is a bad example of that. Why am I brought to that kind of effort in every single game while some have it easy and face me with negative cards? Because just as many times as they face you, they're facing people with equal level cards, you fat dumb idiot, or they're facing people with better level cards. It goes both ways. Good balance changes for the most part. I do feel Sizzler didn't need the buff, but I'm excited about the Gizmo buff. I agree, Shadow Tash. Gonna be a good one. I'm excited to see what's in store, and thank you so much for the changes. What is this? Some solid balance changes. I'm looking forward to my level 4 stew wreaking even more havoc. Is that the word, wreaking? Doesn't that can't be right. Reeking is what something smells like. Right? It's wrecking havoc, right? Yeah. Wreak means to inflict or carry out. It's W-R-E-A-K. Reek. One suggestion I did want to make about Dark Angel, why not make her ability scalable? Well, guess what? Her ability does scale. Did you know that? Did you know that her ability already fucking scales? That the range of it increases per level? Did you fucking know that? At level 7, she can bring back 7 cost cards. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Holy shit, buddy. That is fucking dumb. Oh my god, that's fucking stupid. That is the dumbest idea. Even if she was 4 cost. That is so fucking dumb. That's so bad. Oh shit. I mean, what I could see is do it like Transmog, where as she goes up in level, when she brings it back, it's like a different level. So when she's at level 7, it's max. When she's at level 6, it's -1 level. When she's at level 5, it's -2 levels. When it's at level 4, it's -3 levels. So if you bring back a common, it would be level 4 or whatever. I mean, that's still pretty stupid, but this opens up new exciting play. You're goddamn right it does. As once you level her up past level 5, she can actually bring back even more expensive cards. This would increase revenues for you. I have to quote this and be like, you can't be serious here. Did the Babylon Bee or the Onion write this, you can't possibly be serious. Fuck, it probably brings me all the way to the back. Okay. Just so bad. On the Frontier Bradley, the only injustice that happens to me in the damage of the opponent added to the power of the Frontier Bradley does the same damage to the non-attacked opponent. His damage in area should be only what Bradley adds to the opponent. That is, if it, okay, that's actually a good fucking idea. Alan, Roka, that's a good idea. Make it be 38 splash or something like that. It makes it kind of shitty, but it's interesting. It's at least a better idea than fucking this one for the goddamn for. Awesome, good job, seriously. And finally, Randy superheroes. I'm so excited. Will Red and Bebe have their superhero cards too? I'm sure. Sorry, but far too many games where people sitting behind Zen using Medusas and Assassins to pick stuff off. Oh, you mean a good fucking strategy? What a dummy. This bounce change is fucking trash. Most cards no one uses still won't use and only made it so Dark can't steal cards. Amazing. Yeah, most cards no one uses. That's why you buff them. You fucking idiot. Please fix bugs with ads. LOL. I get where you're coming from. You don't have to necessarily consider the whole economy of the game. It has also been very frustrating for myself to repeatedly fight against, on paper, better opponents than myself, not being rewarded other than standing elo split as is now. Standard elo split up. I think if RL would include card levels in elo split up rather than in matchmaking, it would be, what do you mean elo split up? It would make a better reflection, oh, I see what they're saying, on the skill rating system than is now. I faced you on the ladder whilst playing SPPD all around. You won, GG, where you rocked SPP. We're of the same card level strength, so I know where you're coming from. I suppose it's not in your character to derank because that's the only way to get back to ladder where we ought to play. So the best you can do is either A, accept you're playing above your current card strength, give your opponent hell, or take the easier route and derank the ladder to avoid sweaty matches and play where you're comfortable until you get the card levels to compete. The people who derank forever are just fucking idiots. I don't understand that concept. Like, the whole idea of deranking is to just get to that point where you can then compete. If you never then compete, what's the point? If you're running an adventure locked account and you're sitting at 2,000 just beating up on noobs, what's the point? The point of running a secondary account is to see how good you can do, or at least the point of someone who isn't a fucking asshole, you know? Like, I may have an adventure locked account, but it's sitting 8,500 most of the time. It almost got 9,000 last season. Like, I'm not exploiting anything. Nobody can complain about the way I play my adventure lock. But if you're sitting with your level 5 epics and you're sitting at 4,000, then you're a fat cocksucking piece of shit and you deserve to be punished. Like, in real life. Spanked, preferably. Why did you just ask about cards that have been in the spotlight for too long, and then the devs never even bothered fixing the cards that have been for over a year? Medusa Bebe attacks so slow that she's pretty good. Like, she's pretty manageable. I don't think Medusa's... I don't see Medusa and think, oh, fuck, what am I gonna do, you know? Witch Doctor is kind of shit. Stand of Many Moons, most people run something in their deck to deal with him. Frontier Bradley is very, very good, for sure. You nerfed Elven King, Mintberry, and Space Pilot in short order. When did they nerf Mintberry Crunch? When did they do that? They haven't touched Mintberry. They made her better. Now you face mystical adventure themes that make you pick insta-kill Stan and allowing Frontier Bradley to flip the battlefield with Pocahontas, who attacks... or maybe you could run Lightning Bolt and Unholy Combustion and Transmog to be able to deal with both threats. Maybe you throw Inuit in there too. Maybe you change your fucking playstyle! Ugh. This player is completely right with 2x to 3x level 4 Incan Craig lasers completely leveling the field. Level 5 Incan wipes out most tanks. No? Why so many players around 7,200 to 8,000 a thing there with 8 level 5 legendary cards and multiple level 7 cards? I don't think there's a whole lot of level 5 legends in 7,200. How are people with level 7 cards, TNP, Heidi, Pigeon Gangs, Raz Princess cards? Because they just requested that one card. It takes like 2 months to get from 6 to 7 if you request every single day, 3 times a day. It doesn't take that fucking long. The game's 3 years old. How did they do that? Because they're dedicated and you're not. You just complain. You see all the time you spent talking shit on this forum? You could have played 2 matches and gotten that closer to level 7 commons, you fucking waste of space. I get this too much. My Bradley deck, half the cards get melted by ink in 4. Then don't put him in a fucking line! That's it. That's all he's got. He has that one line. And if you put your cards where they're in a line, well then what the fuck do you expect? Oh, I put 30 energy out all in one little area, and that motherfucker fireballed me. Oh, nerf fireball. Ugh. Fucking idiots. I would like the devs to look at this as well. Pocahontas Randy has a crazy fast attack speed compared to almost every other card. Yeah. Because his ability sucks, and his attack is lower than the other Randys. I haven't actually found a card that is faster than Pocahontas Randy. Hamsters? As a fighter, in my opinion, he shouldn't be able to deliver the same amount of damage or more damage in 1 second than an assassin can deliver in the same period of time. Why not? Why not? 5 energy. This has been exacerbated by Frontier Bradley. That's true. Meanwhile, the range and initial speed of the 6-element Randy is also pretty powerful. Range and initial speed of the 6-element Randy. What? That said, if the plan is for all fighter Randys to be able to deal damage like this, then Sexy Nun lacks behind his peers, and his attack speed should be increased. Why? Why do people act like all these cards have to be the fucking same? Don't you want nuance? Don't you want differences? Don't you want, oh, Sexy Nun doesn't have as good stats because her ability's the best? Because it's like fucking instant? Don't you want Randy to be able to support his HP-ridden, his high HP tank spawns with a high slow single attack hit? Like, why would you want shit to be the fucking same? How boring do you want the game to be? And then what's the choice? If all of the Randys are the fucking same, then the only choice is 6-element Randy because he will just be better because he's legendary. You mean other than spitting out assassins when Poke spits out fighters? And speaking of stupid things, I have 2 cards going towards their new kid. Space Warrior just insta-dies to EQR poison? Really? Went past the butters that should have hit something else? What? What? What the fuck do you think? Just, this isn't your journal, you fucking dipshit. What good does that do anybody? And then later on, SWT charges and charges at Randy's chicken that were not on the field when the charge was activated. That's because when you click the activation, there's a little time window where a good player can spawn a card and token will target that. Learn how to fucking play, you retard! Fuck! You complain about shit, that's just how the game works. You're just getting outplayed. Oh no, I played Unholy Combustion and he played a card and pushed the guy out of the way and it targeted the wrong guy. Please fix that. No, you dipshit, you just got outplayed. You just got outplayed hard. He played you like a fucking fiddle. And you need the card to be nerfed? God damn it, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, Jimmy, there was 5 pages of stuff. Now there's just me. Did the Babylon Bee or the Onion write this? That's so funny to me. I wonder if I'll get a... I wonder if Toller will... I wonder if I can find that. Hold on. Do I have like a inbox where it'll tell me that Toller got mad at me? Oh yeah, here we go. You have received an infraction at Ubisoft forums from Ubi Toller. Dear Glanzer, you have received an infraction at Ubisoft forums. Insulted other members flaming. Well, I guess she could probably give me that one every week. Yeah, it's like, oh, he poped my, or he lightning bolted my Pope. Please make Popes respawn faster. Please be respectful on the forum, sorry. Does it at least show me? Oh, look, this is what I said. Can you please send me videos of you playing so I can know for sure that you're a big fat spud? Because whenever I see one of your posts, I hear the VeggieTales theme song. I said fork and potato! Fork! It's a potato, it's a stick a fork in it, he's done kind of thing, you know? That's good. And that's why I'm not a content creator anymore. Gonna be right before the balance changes. Yeah, so next week will be before the balance changes. So we'll be able to speculate a little bit more. But then we'll be able to get some hands on it and kind of see. I'm thinking Sizzler Gizmo is gonna be pretty fucking sick now. What do you mean? This is a family show. But we'll see you guys later. We're gonna jump over to Minion Masters. Peace out, have a good time, and we'll see you next week.